Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one, the only, the Azothan. We are back with more Lorder on the format shoutcasting. This is a custom game set in the Warcraft 3 engine. It is control point based, but you harvest lumber normally. Gold is gained by control points every turn. This is a game set just before the outbreak of the Third War. Alright, let's go ahead and speed up this intro just a little bit. I think most people have seen this once or twice, but if you have not seen this before, there's going to be a panicked rush in the beginning of this game for players to start getting to certain control points, and we're going to be focusing on a few of them. One is going to be the Draenei city of Shatrath, or I guess this is a temple. And the other one's going to be wherever the undead decide to put down roots, which we're about to find out. And then, of course, there's usually the Alliance will go wreck Alterac while they're waiting and getting together to prepare to kill the undead. And there's the undead. Let's go ahead and read off our players today. We have Davian in control of Necrosh Skullcrusher and the Dragonmaw clan. We have Canada de Takbana. Canada de Takbana is controlling Lordaeron forces. He's on the good team. Yusuf is controlling the Silver Hand. He's also on the good team. He'll have forces in Outland and in Northern Lordaeron to help deal with the undead. Robovision is our Cult of the Damned player. He has selected the Noxious Glade, or sorry, Death Knell. He's going to be using Death Knell as his preparation point to enter Alliance lands eventually. Blue is busy finishing controlling Northrend. This kind of does follow the exact timeline. So Blue hasn't yet taken over the Nerubians. He hasn't solidified his hold, but he knows he needs to get things started. So he sent Kel'Thuzad and the cult to go start trouble and start, infecting the populace. You've got orcs. We've got bands of orcs roaming the Alterac Mountains, and these rumors of plague in the north. Very troubling. And down south, we have all the ugly, nasty things that call Outland home, such as evil Draenei, corrupted orcs, demons. It's actually three races. We'll have Dark Horde, the Legion, the Burning Legion, and the Shadow Council, all trying to crush the remaining Draenei forces here. The Draenei are going to hold off as long as they can, try to save their forces. And the longer they stay here, the more they're able to salvage from Tempest Keep, giving them money that they can offer to their allies. This is very much mirrored by Grey's base, where the longer he survives, the more money he gets to give to his allies as well. The Orcs of Alterac are about to fall under assault by, yes, the combined forces, the Highborn and Dalaran. I suspect Dark Green's just, what, keeping him pinned in? Okay, no, Canada Beckett, are you throwing units away, or are those summons? Super appropriately playing the High Elves. That's a good name to have when you manage to steal this. And here we go. I want to see how much pressure. Wow, okay, and we have the Draenei choosing to make an early stand here. We're going to go ahead and zoom in on some of the action and see what this actually entails. Yusuf has got all of his Anchorite warriors, amazing tanks. The only problem is they can be mana drained. In the back, you can see he's using his Exodari to lay these Sigils of Wrath, which are essentially just little bombs waiting on the ground to do stuff. Life. Billion Reno says, the sad fact about Dark Green is your army is shit, but your hero squad is nice. I love that. Highborn not going to Tol Barad. That's usually what you see a Tol Barad do, Highborn, is they will take off and immediately go to this island and just creep it for all it's worth so that they can get money instead of helping their allies early on. But a help like this means that they all get to group up faster, they all get to start putting pressure on Grey a little bit more quickly. Dark Green's still kind of feeding. I don't know what's going on here. 0-0 upgrades, and down south, the demons have finally pushed through the Exodari. Their bodies lie scattered and broken, and the Draenei retreat to Tempest Keep. The forces of the demon include a few heavily damaged Infernals. I like the use of these Infernal machines in the back that can clump damage important armies. Voidwalkers and other stuff are just random summons, I'm guessing, from the demons units, but also Grandmaster Vorpal pretty consistently spawn his own permanent demons. That's a spell you gotta remember to keep casting, and Terran Gorfiend, I hope he'll be using his AoE healing ability during this fight. I want to point out, I think the biggest threat is somewhere between the Dreadlord squad and the Nether Dragons. These 3 Nether Dragons are going to be able to do so much AoE damage. Unless Yusuf bails. Still no sign of a fight, and Dragonmoss still be dragging his ass right now. What are you doing, Davlin? He's certainly... I mean, he must be upgrading, right? Alright, 1 attack upgrades for the Horde. God, you are so slow. Dark Horde probably doesn't know what he's doing all that much, would be my guess. Vio, 735 gold, hasn't moved his heroes or his units. Ugh. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. That is a huge force. That's Meg Theridon's main army, and he's supposed to be kind of the squish that lets these 2 armies do their damage. These 2 armies are extremely powerful, but they need the squish of OJ. They ain't got no squishy issue. Don't know most of the time, says Julian Reno. I come in time to help my allies against Gray. I think I watched a game where you literally didn't. I could be wrong, though. Woo! Alright, there we go. Carrion Swarms heavily damaging the front lines of the Draenei. They're moving back into the base, hoping to be protected by Maru. Maru has wonderful AoE damage and stun spells. I think he even has invulnerability for himself. And that, look, the dwarves have brought the fight to the orcs. It looks like, yeah, okay. Stranik just could not wait for Davlin. Like, that's okay. I'm gonna come kill you real quick. And Magnite Bronzebeard like a god on the front line here, just smashing in. And there come the Highborn coming down south. They went directly from Altrak to help their dwarven allies. Yeah, and now they are destroying our Dragonball player. This is bad news for everyone. And, oh, the Alliance are now launching their own attack. The Horde, yes, actually getting hurt on every front. If the Cult of the Damned were to lose this fight, I would say that Evil is so far behind, I don't know what the point of playing is. And I hope that the Alliance members will be breaking the Alliance. Oh, God, alright. And literally, just forcing their way in here. Dark Green is piling his units into this little death canyon. This is either a great idea or the worst idea ever. I think the best idea would have been to break these 3 towers and try to start working units in around so that there's not this perfect choke point right here. With, you know, Plague Cauldrons constantly. Okay, we're just going to see how this plays out. I just want to watch these health bars in the middle. Oh my god, that mass frost armor too, though, is way better than I give it credit for. Kel'Thuzad using mass frost armor to help his army survive, and zooming out to see the Alliance. So many forces are still streaming in. Is there even a question? And now look, the elves, trash cans sending in flying units, I believe, to cloud these towers and ruin it. Yep, there's the break. Undead units are trying to stream in to fill this hole, but I think that might be the, oh, nope. Legion has hopped in here to try to help their cult. Skull of Gul'dan being used to cause AoE damage in the middle of the Alliance army. Trash Can has 1,000,000 High Elven Archers. It's a very good build. This is one of the laziest builds, though, to point out. It's just a mass range damage build. If any melee hero gets in range of your massive archers, all you do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, click on them, and then they just die. But they're also very, very weak and can be crushed. So I'm hoping he doesn't move in time and just gets cucked. Ah, no, he didn't get cuck-fucked. But this is too many summoned units for Gray to continue the push. You'll notice most of these units right here are not real units. They're summons. Alright, and the fight, the hold continues. Except Purple managed to sneak a couple Tears Fall agents way in the back here. Good job. Yusha says, notice how I was multitasking 2 fights at the same time. Very impressed. I'm damn near erect. Sorry, Yusuf. If I didn't mean to not compliment you as much as you deserve it. Oh my god. Stop sending all those summons out there. What are you doing? Oh, and now dispels as well. I believe using, yeah, okay, his hydromancers can dispel? Oh. Or is it the little guys, the clerics? Whichever is happening, this is really clever. He's taking away his bonus to fighting on corrupted land. This is like getting rid of creep for Zerg. No Zerg wants to fight off creep, and no undead player should want to fight off of blight. Alright, here it comes. Yusuf, what are your upgrades here? 0 on your ranged, but 0 on your melee as well. Interesting. Let's go ahead and check. 14. Let's see how much. I think the AFK player has less money than you do. Everyone's like, that makes sense. No, it doesn't. It should. Alright. Well, no wonder they can't break through. You got a whole second army Yusuf's not bringing into fight. Alright. Darkhan has been our High Elven player LOTR Haldir has chosen one of his pathways, summoning Darkhan Darthir or Drathir. John Drathir as an extra hero. That's his official name, by the way. It's like on his birth certificate. The dwarves were forced back? What? Alright, the dwarves have not managed to break the Dragonmaw clan yet, and I think that's badass. Davlin, with what few warriors he has, and a war camp set up just outside of the main Dragonmaw port. I don't know if Yellow's used his heroes. He should use his flyers to come over here and break the Dragon's Breath cannon on top of the port. Yellow still has his own Dwarven siege cannon as well. And the push. Come on, everyone. Gotta push harder than that. We're really pregnant. We're pregnant with this war baby that we're trying to give birth to, and we just can't get through the choke point. Trust me, I started upgrading, and I got so much from... I'm not making fun of the fact that you got it, Yusuf. I'm making fun of the fact that you still have it. So you're like, you noticed me microing 2 fights, and I was like, no, I noticed you by winning 1 fight against a team who didn't have 3 members, and then blocking your team up here and massing up your money. That's what I saw. Maybe I was wrong. Either way, I don't know that they can break this. Look how many undead forces are just kind of sitting here unused. We have Eridar sorceresses and succubi in prolition. What's the word I'm looking for? I know something's prolific. There's a lot of it. Proliferation's not right. Okay, sorry, I just zoned out there. Wonderful use of the AoE Blizzard spell here, but where's Jaina? Where is Jaina in that mess? Ooh. You gotta be careful not to get her killed. You'll notice almost all of those casters just got slaughtered by the AoE the undead are able to bring to bear. And the danger here is getting caught by these ranged groups. If you send in a hero like Uther or Jaina to do some AoE, it's very likely that they're going to get caught out and very quickly get blocked in by your allies. And they're not going to know they're blocking you in because they're looking at their own heroes in this mess of attack and defense. Alright, Yellow, you still... Alright, he's just shutting off the port. Blockade. Ah, alright. The High Elves are coming up from south. They went down to Kargith, cleared out all the creeps, and now they're coming up through what Dark Horde should have had control of. Abundance. Thank you. Abundance is what I was looking for. God, you're so right. This Hold It Death Knell is awesome. It's like one of my favorite things I've seen this week. Just this constant streaming in of units trying to break through. This is why Lordaeron on the Formath and Azeroth Wars originally made me so happy, was because you could have these fights. These long, protracted sieges where you had to reposition armies, you had to flank, you had to plan things like, alright, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna attack his support structures from the back, right, with my Greathawks. And then I'll get my airships and I'll drop in behind, or I'll sneak in, teleport, like, evil. You might want to throw everything you have into there. Looks like the Alliance may be about to break through? No. So many summons from the undead, my god. These damned mages are also putting what is the equivalent of a plague firewall, or, yeah, plague fire armor on these guys, and it's killing his army. Jaina is a great hero, Julian. I agree. But I like anything that's based off the Archmage because I love... It has an AoE, it has a mana regen, it has a summon, it has a teleport. What else do you need in a hero? A lot, yes, but... Alright, Davlin's still a little bit scared. He's building more watchtowers and fortifying Dragon Ball lands. Alright, he doesn't want to invade. He just wants to be left alone to zug his little heart out. Truly tragic. I don't think I ever changed my game name. Sorry, I had to pause for 1 second. Might be confusing people when they come in here and they're like, this is not CHS. There we go. Yes, yes. Sin says, I'd love to have a single target nuke. Yusuf says, a giant vulnerability shield. Thankfully, some people just get that as an item. I hate these High Elven archers. They've got to be so careful about their meat wagons getting targeted, their heroes. Here it comes. Is RoboVision spending the money that I think he has? He is. He's spending his money fast, too. I don't know where Blue is. Come on. NSS. Hold on. Dennis, what are you doing? I mean, first of all, the poor evil team got screwed so hard. The big hitter for the undead team hasn't even chosen his goddamn hero. He's sitting on 1,742 gold, and I mean, it looks like maybe they're starting to use him a little bit more effectively. And then they lost Vio as well, who has not moved his units, but somehow has spent fucking money. No, he's just been gaining money slowly. Never mind. And the High Elves wipe them out. I would have loved such giant wars in real time in World of Warcraft. Oh, Mimi loved Juju Beans. I remember this is kind of what it felt like the first time that a huge Alliance army and I'll walk you through it. We had just gotten hit at South Shore, right? They had just been kicking the crap out of South Shore. And so we managed to push them back up to Terra Mill. And it was a South Shore Terra Mill fight for a long time. And then after that happened, they said, all right, we're done with this. I'm going to be back. I'm going to the capital. And then this guy shows up with about 50 people. And we march our happy butts over the Alterac Mountains, back behind this, go in through the sewers into Capital City. It was like one of the coolest things I ever saw. And that's what every time I watch this stuff happen, it makes me remember what it was like to be that little warrior on the field and feel like, I'm going to die, but this is going to be glorious. I promise the game is good. Yusuf's like, look, I swear. Yusuf can already hear what people are saying. Like, Yusuf sent in a game where Dark Horde and Lich King both AFK'd it the whole time. Shocking. And he was on Alliance? Shocking. I have not consumed enough water this morning. It's mostly been V8 juices and stuff. Trying to rejuvenate my juices. And green... I don't believe ever captured this. He can capture Oshigun, sorry, Teal, and he can also capture these Apex's crystals, which I know I forget to do as well. Sorry.
Our allied town is being attacked.
Alright, here we go, laddies. Uh-oh. He's like, fuck that Zeppelin in particular. No, I don't want to watch this Troll Destroyer die, because that's my favorite model. I loved that model in Warcraft 2. I thought it was so neat. Such style. And to listen to this sounds so cool to me. Sorry, just seeing those units. Alright, and the undead still control Death Knell. And the Alliance looks like they've just had enough. Mimi says, whenever I wanted some open PvP in WoW, I just go to South Shore and killed some lobies. Uh-huh. We used to do the same thing at, Crossroads for you guys. The smart hordes wouldn't come to Terra Mill because they knew they were just going to get guard trained on. Like 40 of us were going to run into a town, aggro those NPCs, get a million summoned guards, and just get mollywomped. And you'd think it was one guard coming out. You're like, well, that's weird, he's blurry. And then, like, the first one would raise, and you'd see this shadow box motion as all of them were like, and dead. Beating up a cripple who's not even there. Alright, demons and undead have been significantly pushed back. This used to be a much larger bastion of evil, and now it's being slowly dispelled bit by bit. Humans return every year to push back the blight. You know, it's like in Wheel of Time. Except maybe this time they won't push back the blight, and everyone's gonna die. The Proto Drake is another really fun unit I like in this game. If you upgrade it fully, it does multi-shot. You can see it's just basically a huge air superiority tank unit. It's really neat. All of OJ's stuff focuses on being extremely tanky. Now, when you run into this base here at Blackrock Spire, you're going to take out these Fell Keepers first, because you'll notice they do all the damage. 250? Oh, man. Look at this. Trash cans. Destroying these trees so that they can open up a new pathway to come in there. I forgot that was an idea. I forgot you could do that. You can literally just open up a second hole. It's not that wide, but it might be enough. And if nothing else, he can at least siege his the base from there and see if they have the range. Yusuf looks like he's getting ready to go somewhere. Okay, I've got my ship. What next, bro? And Blue went for Wildhammer Dwarves. Is that because he lost Magni, didn't he? Granick, you ding ding. Alright, fair enough. I don't know how the Dragon Mob managed to hold this off so far, but it really is the only thing Davlin has left. Oh, I missed the fight between the dwarves. That must have been where Magni bit it. I like this, just the Overlord and his last few units. And the dwarves are trying to siege up against this. However, you gotta get out of the range of that Hellfire Cannon. It's not safe. Come on. Come on, lads. Back it up. Alright, Blue likes getting hit in the face with big, heavy, ball-like objects. Oh, you can't. Oh, that sucks. A good game, I see, says Drilling Ram. Maybe it'll get there. Highborn are now pushing into Outland officially. We have no sign of Shadow King Lord.
attack.
He's still an Outland. Not that much money, but it's really weird that he still hasn't sort of finished this off yet. Teal now has control of Maru, and that means that all of the... Oh, I forgot what they're called. All of the Naru that were in Outland are now officially shadowed and destroyed. No, I think there's one left. And here it is, the last fight for Dragonmaw Port. Blue needs to send his flying units immediately into the base and kill that cannon. Remember, sieges here take a lot longer in Lord on the Formath because the gates, maybe you can't rebuild them, but they do have 12,500 health, and it looks like Blue doesn't know that he has to target it directly. Now, his army can still kind of sit there, but if this cannon gets to keep just chunking the center of this army, oh, never mind. Dwarves can literally just stand and just not care. Wow, that's a frustrating. Alright, another attempt to push in here. A single paladin leading a group of humans into Death Knell, and leaving is a very good idea. And they've had these power generators back here so that they can retreat to them and use them for mana. And if the High Elves want to be anywhere, they have to take that into consideration too. Good night. Frostwolf, if you're heading out, I'll see you later, bud. Oh, D the D. Okay, sorry. Is mentioning something right now. It's actually a good idea to bring up. The Cults of the Damned have these 3 crystals that they can gather up. He hasn't grabbed his monster fragments. There's one here. There's one up north when you manage to claim Noxramas, which he hasn't been able to leave with Kel'Thuzad long enough to do that, unfortunately. We still don't know where Blue is, in his defense. But once you collect all 3 of these monster shards, you get to choose either Summon Rammstein or Stonespire. Stonespire is a flying gargoyle hero who's excellent at sniping heroes and chasing down running heroes. Rammstein is just this beast of a tank. Huge. Alright, here we go. Once more, the Paladin's taking the brunt of the damage. Now they're backing up Yusuf. Running. Yusuf with 1,400 gold. Is that the most gold of anyone on his team? It does seem to be. Wow, dwarves have already gone evil. Okay, awesome. Faust? Yep, not even close. Lord? I think altogether his allies have as much money as Yusuf has to himself. Man, the plague has finally been launched. Robovision giving himself a little bit of breathing room as undead cults all across the land are finally revealed and begin to take their revenge on the human nations which have held them down. And here comes the push. This is when the undead have to push because this is when stuff goes crazy. I think if Teal activates something on Mal'Ganis, he gets a bunch of units up here and he can attack Stratholme. There we go. Valinor Karen should use his units to rush straight to Stratholme, bring his Dreadlords. There it is, Mal'Ganis. Do you hear me, Mal'Ganis? To the ends of the earth! Alright, the human nations are now confused and scattered. Where? Is Shadowlord dealing with the High Elves? Or the High Elves? No, he's just hanging out. He found some buddies down here. He's like, hey, I'm just sacrificing people, turning them into fell constructs. That's his thing now. That's just what he does. You know, everybody's gotta have a hobby. And dwarves, still no action, but my guess is they'll be, what, playing against... Oh, Dragonmaw's dead. Where's Davlin go? He still has the possibility of becoming the old god faction. Uh-oh. Alright, undead scattered throughout Lordaeron now. And another cult from Stratholme shows up, being led by Noth, the Plaguebringer, for our Grey player. And Teal is in Stratholme. As soon as Mal'Ganis sets foot in this city, these zombies start spawning non-stop. Needs to really get him inside before Yusuf decides to close that gate. Yeah, say what? Yeah. Got elves who are coming to help. Anasterian Sunstrider has decided I will no longer hunt those orcs, those filthy orcs down south. Because it looks like everyone's about to die. So I'm gonna hop my pretty little ass up north, try to defend it. If Stratholme goes down, the undead will receive an extremely large base here. And a new place from which to terrorize. Also, every building that breaks in here just spawns more zombies. Dark Iron so early, this could actually get interesting, but I only said could. Says, alright, Julian Reno, don't lose faith yet. And the human, oh, don't count humanity out yet. There's a number of factions who can spawn from the Silver Hand as well as Lordaeron. Might be okay. Heck, even the Shadow Council could probably eventually become Alliance. But it's not just Alliance or Horde anymore, it's going to be crazy factions like Dark Iron. The Dark Iron and the Old Gods do end up allied, if I'm not... God damn. Okay, I'm sorry, this is one of the most intense, like, hard pushes into Lordaeron City I've seen in a long time, and to watch the Alliance go from such dominance to now they're losing their 2 major cities. Let's see how this plays out. Lordaeron Capital falls, I don't know if the Alliance makes this. There goes the push. Nobody has... Ah, there it is. Canna doesn't have cannon towers, so it's not quite as effective as it could be. You are warriors of Gondor. Whatever comes through that, you will hold your line. We humans have to stick together. This is literally a slaughter. Tabajo! To battle, guys. To battle. And it appears as though Canada has launched the Northrend expedition, putting some human units now up north, and I guess you can start harassing Blue. Can we check on Blue? Oh, he's not here. No, he's here. He has a new brag. And 2,500 gold. Ow. Ow. And the humans have managed to push the undead horde back outside the gates of Lordaeron City. A semblance of order has been restored, but the High Elven archers need to be thrown to the front line to make sure that that doesn't fall apart. And in the meantime, did Stratholme actually live? Well, I guess that makes sense, since we don't have a Dark Horde or a Lich King. Ugh. I just watched RoboVision fight one of the best Cult of the Damned fights I've ever seen, and he's still fighting it solo. Like, this is his push. Blue gets no credit in what's going on right now. The Cult of the Damned is almost single-handedly taking on the Alliance, and I wish he had help. There's some backup here. And the few leftover zombies still purging Stratholme. Okay. By the way, hi everyone. If you have any questions about how this game works or operates, please let me know. Please do let me know. I will be able to tell you. There's a lot of upgrades and stuff going on in the background that I know when they come into effect, but maybe you will notice an effect that doesn't make sense. So please feel free to ask. I will try to, however, mention everything. And now here comes Green's hero. Whatever, really, I can still go Scarlet, says Yusuf. Yes. Yes, you can. And that would be an awesome move. Blue finally roused to a little bit of action, killing the 3 or 4 human knights who decided to land on Northrend. Like, oh, no, 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 no. No, no. And the island Borealis, I believe, has been left completely Yep. Completely uncreeped. Except I think there might have been a giant turtle over there, but I don't remember. Whatever, it's just maybe a giant turtle.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
I know there's a lot going on. I'm trying to make sure I don't lose track of what the Dark Iron are doing, because I think they could just show up out of nowhere and crush a whole team right now. But they're going to be more interested. I love Arc and Necromancers. If you're ever feeling like a good time, just take all of your elite units from Grey, park them next to a graveyard, and let them constantly summon you permanent, free abominations. As long as you can just keep their mana up, they'll just keep doing that from the corpses. Again, it's not instant, it's not forever. RoboVision, I don't think he's aware that his Probably has a control group target like spawn rally point that he's not aware of right now. It's throwing a lot of his guys away. Robo, where's your attention at? In Northrend. Ah, and in Noxuramas. So finally he has unlocked the heart of Noxuramas, increasing not only his income, which is so good. I love this just passive thing. If this is, however, killed by an enemy, all of Noxuramas will be destroyed and die. But that requires people getting in. Tabajo. Ah, Dark Iron on the move. Cho'Gall. Wait, Davlon. Are you now with him? Are you and Dark Iron together? Yes. Yes, he is. And he's being slowly nursed back. So, just to point out what this means, potentially, eventually, we could have Cthulhu and Ragnaros out at the same time, and I already know something else that is coming out that makes me so excited. Speaking of, what are you up to? He's just running around killing things, collecting corpses, you know, the usual. Alright, Stanek, where are you? Okay, he's fortifying the south and declaring that any of these warring nations up north better stay the hell away from him. That doesn't bode well for Shadow Lord. Oh, he is up north. I wonder if the Dark Iron are going to try to claim all of Outland. It's probably a good idea for Evil Team to either retreat to Outland or to Northrend permanently. Yogg-Saron, my bad. Not Yogg-Sothoth and the Elder Gods for me. Pack of red. Allied town is under attack, but that's just demons ticking off the old gods. A terrible idea. And this is another weird thing. Stranik has kind of just left this purple base unmolested. Forgot about it. That there's a Mystic Ward. They're clicking player Vio, huh? Come on, kick Vio. He's done nothing all game. It hurts. 2,500 gold. Blue, are you still in that same boat? 3,000 now. What is his plan? What is his long-term plan gotta be? I'm seeing Northrend movement. Nope, still meaningless. It's just a slaughter fest here. Poor Cult of the Damned are trying to hold on one last time, but again, no support. Den says, has spent some money. Hold on, he's spending money like a madman at the moment. But where and why? And to what purpose? Are those upgrades you're making? Or did you buy Worlds of Town Portal? The fuck did all your money go? Did you give it to a friend? Did you give it to RoboVision? Oh, Robo, keep holding, man. What do your upgrades look like at this point? 1-2 upgrades, but all of his casters across the board upgraded. Looks like he has increased their health as well so they can survive, take a few shots. And the Alliance once more pushed back out of Death Knell. This is intense. Yusuf wasn't wrong. This is a really good game so far. Alright, and what few undead / demonic units were left in the eastern Pluglands have been cleaned up by the Silver Hand. Down south, a force of... oh, God. Just old god stuff. Man, I feel the worst for poor Cult of the Damned. He's my hero right now. He even brought Noxuramas in here to try to really hold this. Maybe Blue did give it to Orange? I hope he didn't give it to Orange. No, Orange didn't. Blue suddenly got a lot of money. Or Blue must have made stuff, but I don't see movement enough to justify me thinking that. And he's back up to 1380 gold. What's going on with this guy? 3-2 upgrades aren't bad. That's not bad at all for this stage of the game. Why is he pinging that? Why is Blue pinging that? You have units right there, man. You go do it. What the? Or maybe that was Dark Green pinging it. I hope that wasn't Blue pinging it. That's gonna hurt my brain. Hurts my soul. Oh, blue does something. Good news here. The undead have upgraded their casters to the point where they no longer summon skeletons, they summon ghouls, and I think they last like 3 minutes or something. However, as you're seeing right now, the Alliance can just dispel all of these summons, and it's not going to matter. They just have to keep dropping dispels on the front line. And here it is, one more clash. The Alliance is going for it. This looks like the real one. Light blue to help, dark green in front, all the summons from... Oh, it's actually dark green summoning it with his water elementals. Hydromancers. That would be my porn name. Alright, the elves are trying to force their way in, probably to target down an important thing or two, but I think all they're gonna serve to do... That was a corpse explosion. Oh no, that was a corpse spawning by Kel'Thuzad so that more units could be made. Still gonna summon them. And I think this may be a break. Oh, I think the Alliance is about to break this. Oh, there's the target on Noth. No, that's target on Sylvanas. Get him! Oh no! Oh shit! Oh shit! Sylvanas just died! Trash can, you can't do that! You have no heroes now! Alright, Kel'Thuzad's just gotta move back and save himself. And there's Pink's units. With the death of Sylvanas at the hands of the undead forces, the Forsaken have been born. That was so badass. That was real good timing. For evil, not for Alliance. Uther is now trapped back here as well. Oh, that's bad. He was trying to get it on Kel'Thuzad. Oh, is he trapped or is he gonna make it out? Uther sprinting it, but leaving his buddies behind. Fucking legged it. Yusuf says I call suicide. You think it was suicide? It's possible. Robo is a really good player. He is. He's doing awesomely so far. And now all of that insane range damage that they were able to get out of the Elven player, it's going to be in the form of these skeleton archers, which raise skeletons when they kill people. And with the death of Sylvanas and the sadness of the people... Actually, no. Oh god, did King Anastarian... I think Anastarian may have died because now the Blood Elves have been born. Lortha Martharon and Kael'thas Sunstride are now the leaders of the disillusioned elves. I can't believe the elves just lost all of their leaders and have been decimated in a matter of moments in one battle. And now the undead, the Cult of the Damned, are streaming back out here, an unlimited number of ghouls, just always ready to keep coming, keep fighting. Kel'Thuzad just sticks in the middle of his army, use Noth to heal, use Kel'Thuzad to restore the mana, and you've got a very mobile caster force that you have to take seriously. Alright, Sylvanas on the front line, about to get aimed by Dark Green again. So why do you like doing this, Sylvanas? What are you doing? King, do you just suck at this game? What's happening? Okay, never mind. He windwalks out at the last second. Nathos Blightcaller herself. Alright, and a sudden panicked attempt to defend from... It's like, Yusuf, don't tell me you already betrayed. This is actually going poorly for the Alliance now. It does explain why.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
And with this, I think we can consider the Third War fully on, and let's switch soundtracks, baby. Third War soundtrack time. Okay.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated. Our warriors have engaged the
The Forsaken have constructed the new outpost in Silverpine Forest. If you bring Sylvanas to several places around the world, like Terran Mill and the Sepulchre, where the Forsaken can set up bases, you can research different plague upgrades at each one, and eventually have a stupidly powerful siege. Like, it's so crazy how strong their range becomes. Who's going to deal with Legion? Oh, we forgot about Legion being a thing. Valinor, where you at? He is invading the recently demoralized elven homelands. Oh, the unspoiled, beautiful elven countryside is about to be under assault by the most vile creatures known to man. Blue bitches. This is Lorder on the floor math right now. D the D says, this game is crazy, complicated, I'm loving it. Finn says, sad day for the living. Azo, when you are the Cult of the Damned, you can spawn a unit where you... I know, I just mentioned that earlier. I went through a whole thing. I don't know where that is. He probably hasn't picked up the crystal. RoboVision didn't even try to grab it. It's... Oh no, okay. Hold on. There's one. The second one is where she spawns, and then the third crystal is in... Yeah, it's in Naxxramas. Which, I don't know where that thing is right now. Wish I didn't lose track of Naxxramas so often. There it is. Okay, he seems to have gotten all three. He just hasn't chosen to make his new creature. He now has the option of making either Rammstein or Stonespire, like I mentioned earlier. It's not out yet, but I'll make sure you get told first things off, D the D. And the assault is once more on. And Blue's here. What the fuck? Blue's here? No. He just has some units there for some really weird reason. Just some. He doesn't want to help too much, because then the other guy's not going to feel like he earned it. He has this whole base here he's still not reinforcing with. Ah, it hurts. Okay, we're fine. I heard someone activating a charge ability, but I guess I was wrong. Back to the fight. The humans, Yusuf's defense upgrades now at 4-4. Very impressive. 6-6 being the max, putting him at 15 armor when buffed in the base. And as long as he keeps the AoE and the dispels going, he thinks he's going to be okay, but look at RoboVision's army in the back. It's just spells, spells, spells. He needs AoE to chunk down these casters for permanent reduction in their numbers. And he's doing it right in the center of that army. Ooh, he's doing it. Kanda is, yes, look at him mass targeting that set. Oh, we're about to watch a lot of casters blow up. Unless Robo moves them. Oh, sploosh, 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 sploosh. Alright, finally gets a heal back. It's alright. RoboVision has a lot going on his mind. You know, he's trying to end humanity. It's all that kind of stuff. Demon, how goes the progress? Oh, the Blood Elves are trying to stop this demon army at the top. Valinor seems obsessed with getting these succubi. I know they have chaos damage in their range, and they're pretty good. They are a pretty good unit. They're not invulnerable, though. 1,000 hit points. Alright. I say you combine that with an Infernal and maybe some other spells, we might do some talking here, but Kael'thas about to roast that army. And the demons forced to retreat in the face of Kael'thas' magical might. Back across the bridge, still half the Qualtha lost, potentially under siege right now and being lost. Windrunner Spire, potentially the next important thing to go down. How goes the fight at Capital? We have Sylvanas Windrunner literally on the front lines. I don't know how she does this. Where are you, Blue? I'm so mad at you. Oh, D the D, I also didn't hit my donation goal, so when I do hit that donation goal, you'll get my shirtless stream. Oh, and all of the life drains from these Vengeance of Rats, trying to target down Arthas and Galen specifically, breaking open this front line. Uther now all alone on the front line. A stun from Sylvanas may bring him down, but no, a heal last second from one of his Paladin allies. And now the line's looking really ragged. If the undead were to push in, I don't know that the humans could refix this. Robo, where's... He's trying. Look at him. He knows. He's like, I gotta push. I gotta push. Alright, Plague Cauldrons are being dropped. A lot of units are being spawned. Plague Cauldrons on the left, Plague Cauldrons on the right. If they... And he's hoping that these Dispels will not notice that these are here, and the Plague Cauldrons will be allowed to do their work. slowly eke out a continually fighting army for him. Yep, there it goes. 1,000 hit point zombies are now spawning inside Lordaeron Capital. I think this may be the death, especially if the Shadow Council shows up. Alright, Vorpal decided, yeah. I know I could go pillage Quel'Thalas with my demonic allies, and it looks like there was a real good fight. Demons and Blood Elves coming out bloodied. Can't believe he already lost that gate. That's unfortunate. He has another one between him. But every elf gate that I haven't looked at these other people in a while. I haven't checked up on okay. DW are doing nothing right now. They're just fortifying. Are they getting all of the control points in Outland? Gotta be doing something smart. Davlin, what about you? Alright, the Dark Iron has 3,000 gold. He has more units than he should be allowed to use. And what are his upgrades? Only 2-2. That's what upsets me. Is they're not going into Outland, and he's not upgrading. This is just a really weird move by him. He needs to do something to get levels on Moira so that he can eventually summon the Fire Lord. And the people of Gilneas have just arrived, being led by Ronan and Arugal. And I'm guessing Big Fang Boy's in there somewhere as well. Papa. No? Yeah, there he is. Papa Gen Game, Raymond. Grey Gen main. Yeah, you didn't at the start, Yusuf. I think that's his point. Now, the nation of Gilneas has decided that they are going to side with the Worgen curse. And now Druids of the Scythe and Worgens are streaming in here to try to push back the undead. I don't believe that they're technically allied with the humans, but they do have similar interests. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a... Sorry, we need to get back into the shit again. What are their upgrades like? Not as high as I would have expected, but 2-3 is respectable for that massive number of units. And it looks like Capital City is just trying to barely hold. The number of ghouls is out of hand, and they're all summons. Oh no, Galen. Ah. Galen, are you coming back? I saw your corpse there, buddy. Is it just gonna stay there forever? Oh no, that's right. When Sylvanas gets to Galen's corpse, she can raise him for her team. But the Druids, wow, okay, Dalaran actually forcing them back. Vorpal and Terran Gorfine on the back foot. Of course they are, they don't have any levels. I think the Shadow Council didn't do anything to take a single control point in Outland. Oh my god. Alright, Legion, are you back to pushing elves? He's in the southern part of Quel'Thalas right now. He hasn't moved up. Where the Elven army is... Looks like it's on the move chasing him, actually. With the help of the Silverhand Paladins, they're trying to finally purge this menace from the forest. Let's see if they can do it. And the undead now trapped in a city that they're destroying. It's a very weird fight. It's a very weird fight. And I think Galen has just been remade. There he is. Galen Trollbane, now one of Pink's heroes. Raised in undeath by Sylvanas. I think something just happened here. I think there was a betrayal. I think Grey just started attacking Pink. Was that intentional? Or is Trashcan trying to take the city from Robovision? No, he is. Is he friendly firing? No, no, those are just happening. Okay, I guess I misread that completely. Pink does want to take back Lordaeron Palace because they get Undercity for that. And, of course, Apothecary Putris. And Dart Green is also somehow now on their team as well. These Legion Zero Death Knights, Arthas is now on the team Undead. Alright. Lich King, are you ever gonna show up? No, he's just gonna hang out in North. That's fine. That's good, man. It's fucking ever. Do what you want. How about the Legion? I heard stuff being built, so I feel like they were making something. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The Legion. Oh. The Legion was running around trying to destroy the runestones, but they were finally captured and kind of destroyed by the combined forces of the Blood Elves and the Silverhand Paladins. And now with Capital City completely destroyed, the undead begin to swarm out, overtaking the Gilnean brigades that came to help their alliance allies, and yeah, Dark Green's now dead as balls. So he joins. How many teams? How many people are now on evil? This swung out of hand pretty quickly. We have at least 4 undead players. LOTR Haldir leaves the game. Well, there goes our High Elves. It is an hour into the game. I think we can go ahead and call this part 1. Yeah, it's a 2-hour game. Ugh. There are few demons in death now. Oh, did the demons betray? Or was, oh, they went Legion, I see what happened. Okay, they went Civil War. That makes sense. The demons are now going to be on their own. He does have Doomlord Kha'Zix and a number of really cool units to use, but without Green's help, and I don't know that the Shadow Council is in any kind of a safe position. Oh my god, they're not. Oh my god. Look at the poor Shadow Council. He looks like he's hiding from his father who came home drunk. He's like, I just hope Dad doesn't notice us. And we just need to wait long enough so that we can teleport out of here. We can go back home. I miss Ockenden. And Noxram is floating across the world now. Where could there possibly be conflict? Still south with Gilneas. Oh, and Gilneas is not giving up. Still reproducing units. Faust, 1 upgrades on his range. Still 2-3 on the melee. And while a good force, I don't think he understands quite what he's up against in the form of Robo-Visions. Endless summons. And Purple doesn't appear to be trying to... Oh, there's an ultimate. I think that's going to be from Gen Greymane on Aragal. Ah, yes. It's kind of a stampede effect. It's good. I don't know if it's good enough. 1 big Noth heal should fix most of what's gone wrong if he's paying attention. This is insane. There's just too much to see what's going on. Even if you know Warcraft, where you're like, wait, what? This whole line of bears is kind of a wiggly snake through Silverpine Forest right now. It's gonna break any moment, and this is just gonna flood down south. I'm sorry, I saw blue fuzzies up north. Does that mean he finally brought his hero? Oh. Whoa. Whoa. What's going on? Alright, now I'm confused. Did Pink now also betray? Yes, it looks like he's gone Varamothras and Apothecary Putris, and he's going to try to hole himself up in the Undercity? How long can he get away with that? Dark Green's about to go give him a fisting.
Our warriors have engaged.
To be fair, Dark Green doesn't have the units to give a proper fisting, and if he goes in there, I think Pink might actually start rocking him. Let's watch the fight. Got 6 upgrades into his ranged attack. As long as he just stacks Forsaken Archers and these Blighted Contraptions and Royal Apothecaries. I've never seen these. I have no idea what they do, but I want to play that so badly now. Changing himself yet to another form of the faction of the Forsaken. I forget who Sylvanas goes to. Did she just die again? Alright, and the demons have showed up to directly fight with blue. Does no one care that the old gods exist? I don't think they... Oh my god, they're on the move though. Alright, 2,000 gold in the bank, and I'm guessing upgrades galore since last we checked? Yep. The Dark Iron army is now on the move once again. I don't know what little resistance they face down here, but they're just trailing old god remnants behind them. It's probably that cannon. I see. The This is always an ability I didn't particularly care for of Dogron's, which was put down a Dark Runestone, and then you gotta pick that up to get like a healing stone effect. Really odd. Yeah, everyone's freaking out now. The demons have showed up, the Dark Irons are now in the mix. Yeah, I think we should call this part 1. Things are about to hit the fan. Now, Yusuf has not betrayed... yeah, he's going for the Scarlet Crusade now. Just in time for everything else to get knocked down. He's tired of these inhuman beasts. We will not allow them in our lands, nor the undead. We will do whatever it takes. Alright. So thank you guys for watching part 1. Those on the stream, go ahead and stick around. Those who are watching live on, or watching on YouTube later, see you in a minute. Actually, tomorrow.